If I had a sister, I might be with her out at a bar, talking about a broken heart. Hello, welcome back to Echo City Music Lab. I'm Nate. Today we're going to look at Only Child by Sasha Sloan. It's the title track on her brand new record. Someone requested this song and I checked it out, and it's a really sweet song, and it's short and it's simple, so I thought I would do a video. Let's get right into it. There's only a handful of chords in this song, but as always, I recommend getting the chord chart down in the description to follow along with as you play it and sing it. Makes it a lot easier. And there's only two chords for the verse. The first one is F major. That's going to be F, A, and C. And the second one is B flat major. That's going to be B flat, D, and F. And for all the chords in this song, we're going to do fifths in the left hand, so just fingers 1 and 5 on the outside two notes you were playing in the right hand. So when you do that F chord, you do a F and a C there. When you go up to the B flat chord, you do a B flat and an F. Otherwise, if you fill in the middle note in the left hand, it gets kind of muddy because the notes are so thick and low. And so the verse is just 2 measures of F, 2 measures of B flat, then again 2 measures of F, 2 measures of B flat. So, if I had a sister, I might be with her out at a bar, talking about a broken heart. Now for the verses, there is this piano part that's going on. It's fairly simple. It's a bit hard to play and sing at the same time, so I'm going to show you that and I'm going to do it that way. But if you want to just stick with doing the chords as I just showed you, that would still sound great. So here's the line. You hit the chord with the fifth, and then you've got F, A, so 1, 3, 3, 3, so. And then, for the second measure of that F chord, you don't actually hit the chord again if you're doing the piano line, you just do that same right hand melody again. It sounds better if you're holding the sustain pedal, so. If I had a sister, I might be with her. To actually count that rhythm, we have to be thinking in 16th notes. So 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a... If you haven't studied 16th notes, no worries. Just use your ear. I bet you can make it happen. The same idea is going to happen up on the B flat with a few little variations. So you hit the chord again. This time, the first single note, instead of being the right hand thumb, it's going to be the left hand thumb on that F. So, and then you do the third finger on the D. So, and then the last note is stepping down to C. So that would be for out at a bar, talking about a broken heart. If she was married, it'd make me happy. I'd be by her side. She'd make a beautiful bride. That's about all there is to the verses. And again, if you want to just stick with the chords, maybe do quarter notes for some rhythm, that'll work great. For the pre-chorus, we need 2 more chords, one of which is a C chord, C major, C, E, G. You'll be doing those left-hand fifths again on just C and G. And then we also need D minor, D, F, A, all white keys with the left-hand fifths on D and A. And for this section, we're just going to do steady quarter notes, actually just in the left hand. So the right hand's going to hit the triad and hold it out, while the left hand just does quarter notes on the fifths. So it sounds like this. She'd be my built-in best friend right around my age. She wouldn't know how hard it's been, 'cause we grew up the same way. So just holding out that B flat. The next and final section we have to learn is the chorus. And there's only 2 more chords you need to make this happen. We need A major, so that's A, C sharp, and E. And the left hand will do those fifths again, A and E. So it's got this C sharp in it, and that's going to be a note that we need for this final chord, the B flat minor. So for that B flat minor, we've got a B, that same C sharp, or you could call it a D flat, might be more correct to do it that way. Doesn't really matter. And an F in it. So B flat, C sharp, and F with B flat and F for the fifths. And this is going to be one of those parallel major minor moments where we've got the B flat major and then it just goes minor there. So I would maybe use my third finger as usual on the D, and then for the C sharp or D flat I would use my second finger because it's already kind of hovering there. And that's for "It gets lonely being an only child." And it gets a little high for my voice. I'm going to sing it down an octave. You should do whatever fits your voice best. And I'm going to do quarter notes this time with my right hand while the left hand just holds out. Check it out. Measure of F. People would say we look like each other. Measure of A. Got the same brown eyes as our mother. A measure of B flat. Someone who's been there before. Now we've got a measure that's 2 counts of B flat major and then 2 counts of B flat minor. So sneaking through the same back door. So 1, 2, 3, 4. An easier way to time that might just be to put it on the word that the change happens on. So sneaking through the same on the word same back door, and then at the end of the chorus, it gets lonely being an only. So on the word only. That's another reason to use the chord chart. It makes it really clear when the chord symbol appears above the word you're singing. And at the end of the chorus, when you have that B flat major to minor measure happening, rather than do the 2 quarter notes, you can just hold the chords. So it will sound like this. Going back home would be a lot better. When our parents fight, we just smile. It gets lonely being an only child. And it holds F for a measure as well before the next verse starts. A couple other things I want to quickly mention. On the recording for the chorus, the piano is actually not doing quarter notes. It's just holding notes. But there's a guitar that's doing that rhythm. I think that rhythm sounds more aggressive when you do it on piano, and it's hard to play and sing. So just to give it some rhythm and movement, I did the quarter notes. For the outro, I think I will do that rhythm because I'm not singing. At least not much. It gets lonely being an only child. Just holding out the chords for the very end of the song. And then taking it all the way back to the very beginning of the song. The song starts with just a little bit of sort of a synthesizer sound, and you hear an F major chord. Probably a good idea just to play an F major chord right at the beginning of the song, and it sounds like the synthesizer is an octave up from where the piano part actually starts with the singing. The reason is that kind of cues your voice as to what key you're in and what notes you want to sing. Otherwise, you're just shooting in the dark going, "If I had a sister," and hoping that you hit the right notes for that. So you can start the song, play that F chord, get your head kind of in the key, and then start, "If I had a sister," and take it from there. I hope this was helpful. I hope you enjoy playing this song and creating a really satisfying version of your own. If you like this tutorial, please subscribe, and also feel free to drop a request in the comments. And now here's my version of Only Child by Sasha Sloan. If I had a sister, I might be with her out at a bar, talking about a broken heart. If she was married, it'd make me happy. I'd be by her side, she'd make a beautiful bride. She'd be my built-in best friend, right around my age. She would know how hard it's been, 'cause we grew up the same way. People would say we look like each other, got the same brown eyes as our mother. Someone who's been there before, caught sneaking in the same back door. Going back home would be a lot better. When our parents fight, we just smile. It gets lonely being an only child. If I had a brother a little bit younger, he might act tough every time I fell in love. Yeah, he would be taller and help with our father. When we got old, I wouldn't have to do it alone. He'd be my built-in best friend, right around my age. No, he'd be a gentleman, 'cause we grew up the same way. People would say we looked like each other, got the same brown eyes as our mother. Someone who's been there before, caught sneaking in the same back door. Going back home would be a lot better. When our parents fight, we just smile. It gets lonely being an only child. It gets lonely being an only child.